Hello, I'm BrigantiaBlackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Welcome to the Havamal, and this week we are looking at verse 29, and we will begin by examining 3 different translations. The first reads, "Too many unstable words are spoken by him who ne'er holds his peace. The hasty tongue signs its own mishap if it be not bridled in." Olive Gray. Second translation, "Wise is he who is never wise he is not, there we go, who is never silent, mouthing meaningless words. A glib tongue that goes on chattering sings to its own harm." And that was by W.H. Auden and P.B. Taylor. And then our third reads thusly, "You will talk yourself into trouble if you don't think before you speak. Hold that tongue and think a little, or you'll find out that it's a long whip and it's going to hit you from behind." That is, of course, from The Cowboy Havamal by Dr. Jackson Crawford. So, endless chatter creates problems, doesn't it? When someone is babbling endlessly, they have several possible dangers to consider. For one, people know entirely too much about them and their plans, and anyone who is not a friend to that person has all the information they need to manipulate and work against them. Secondly, talking too much can give the impression that someone is just full of hot air and therefore not to be taken seriously. They diminish in stature and respect in that situation. And thirdly, if the people around someone can never get a word in edgewise, it then becomes a chore to talk to the chatterbox. Even if you love them dearly, people will want to be left room in the conversation for them to be able to speak and react and for the other person to listen. Monopolizing the floor can come across as being entirely too self-absorbed. So it's important that we know when to hold our peace. And sometimes we do speak too much because we're nervous. Awkward silences tend to put pressure on people to break those silences, but that isn't always the best thing to do. But silence allows for observation, and it can also be used as a power play, which is important to remember if we're dealing with someone with whom we are disputing. But in a less adversarial context, silence makes room for other people. It allows us to hear the inner voice of intuition and to notice what's happening past the end of our own noses. So lots to think about here. Let me know about your impressions, either in the comments below, or you come to Discord on Blackbird's Brew. You can join with using the link in the description box below, and you can share your thoughts with us that way, either or. But we would be very happy to have you at the brew. But that does it for this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.